So my name is Martin Rye. I'm the Managing Director of GRS Footwear. We are the UK distributor of grease sport, trekking and walking boots. Over the last 4 years, it has been painstaking work, but by working together, we've got ourselves onto the first page of Google with quite a lot of the search terms that we agreed together in advance. And generally, we've seen our rankings improve across virtually every search term that we discussed. So when we started working with them in 2016, it was basically Nick and one or two others, and we built quite a good relationship with Nick because he's very understanding. He understands what you're trying to achieve fairly quickly, and he also doesn't give you false promises. There are a lot of people who come along. I get emails every day from people promising me they can get me on page 1 for this, they can get me on page 1 for that. It just isn't true. It does take time. So by having that personal relationship with Nick and Mitchell and some of the other team at Wriggle, we've learned how to work together. So we know the process that they are undertaking behind the scenes, because a lot of it is work that we don't see. I found, well, the results speak for themselves. We've seen outstanding results in the last 4 years. So whatever they are doing, they're doing well. We've seen an increase in our revenue from the grease sport website of 653%. The main thing for me is that you see a return for every pound that you spend. And the good thing about working with Wriggle is we get the monthly reports, we have the monthly meetings, and they can actually show me what return I'm getting for every pound that I spend. And that's extremely important.
Hi, I'm Mark Gerard. I'm the Managing Director here at Simpson Group. We design and build point of sale 3D units for major brands and retailers throughout the UK. In the last 3 months, we've seen an increase of our organic traffic by 30%. And since we've started with Wriggle, the increase has gone up by 130% on all web traffic. With this massive increase in the web traffic, we can now see all new business inquiries come into the business. Working with Wriggle is very good. Every month we get an update with with the SEO report, which is very, very detailed.
My name's Ian Mongan. I'm Managing Director of Micro Engineering. The company, for the last 20 years, we have changed what we do, but for the last 20 years we specialise in the manufacture of canopies, covered walkways, entrance canopies, cycle compounds, that sort of thing.
So I'm Hugh Mongan. I'm the newly appointed Sales Director at Micro Engineering. So I've been in the business for the past 7 years now, taking a lead on the sales and marketing side of things, trying to revamp the website and bringing in new sources for inquiries. So we swapped in 2016 from another agency in 2016 to Wriggle Marketing. Been fantastic from the onset, from moving forward, really professional. When we first met Nick, the company wasn't as big as it is now. Obviously it's considerably bigger, but they've been great. They've started on our SEO. We've now recently introduced PPC campaigns, which have worked phenomenally well. So well that we've actually had to drop another project management system called Barber ABI because of the inquiries that are coming through, which is great. They revamped the website, which is a lot more user-friendly, both internally and externally, whether that's on desktop, iPad or mobile devices. And yeah, just been really good, responsive. With them being a little bit smaller than other companies, not to name names, they're a lot more responsive, and it feels a lot close-knit communication between us and the team at Wriggle. Yeah, definitely since we've instructed Wriggle, we've seen an increase in turnover by around 60% in the last year, which we anticipate to double our turnover this year. Specifically, one of the inquiries that came from a PPC campaign last April-May time. We think that's based on what we've quoted and what we've won work-wise. That's probably going to double, if not triple, our turnover in the next 2 to 3 years, which is amazing based on
Phenomenal,
you know
yeah.
one click from a PPC campaign.
I would just say that we've obviously been involved with Wriggle since the early days. I don't know whether they've been trading a year or so when we got involved, and it was only, you know, 1 or 2 people, including Nick, the MD. But now the team's taken over. It's much more professional, but at the same time approachable, and they're very hands-on. And we find that working with a company like Wriggle is far more advantageous to us than working with perhaps a bigger company. They might be all bluff and bluster, but Wriggle deliver.